Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric here with Iraq Veteran 8888. Today, we've got some more 2A news for you, and this one's a doozy. Apparently, the ATF is in the business of giving out Valentine's Day greetings. We're going to go over that here. This is going to be pretty interesting. I would like to thank our friends at Flatline Fiber Company for supporting our videos. They have some amazing soft goods. I'll put a link down in the description box below if you want to check out their stuff. They got some awesome slings. They've got their new dump pouch. Also, their ear pro wraps are amazing. We use them on a regular basis. They work for a wide variety of different ear pro. And they're also one of the only people I know of that actually make a clip to be able to hang your ear pro off of your gear and stuff. So really great group of people. Check them out, Flatline Fiber Company. And they're right here in Georgia, oddly enough. Really good group of guys. All right, we're going to get into this article. Okay, and this is Mark Chestnut speaking here, I suppose. All right, a repulsive and dangerous Valentine's Day tweet by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives has many wondering if the agency wanted to see someone get hurt or killed on the very day which most Americans were celebrating love. This tweet, which included a picture of a broken heart, started off by saying, "You got an ex who buys or sells guns illegally? We would love to meet them and treat them to a Valentine's Day surprise. It also lists numbers to call to turn someone in." Below that, the text part of the tweet read, "Valentine's Day can still be fun if you broke up. Do you have information about a former or current partner involved in illegal gun activity? Let us know and we will make sure it's a Valentine's Day to remember." And of course, they give a number and a website and all that. The fact that the ATF would basically call for a disgruntled ex-partner to possibly have their ex swatted is quite alarming, given the tweet more of a KGB feel than the ATF. After all, how American is ratting out your ex on Valentine's Day anyway? That's a pretty scary, precedence that sets forth, right? I mean, the ATF, I would honestly expect more professionalism out of them. Like when I initially saw this post from them, I thought this has got to be satire. I'm looking to see if it's like an Onion article or if it's any random thing like that or some satire. Nope, it's real right there on the ATF's website. And that's, it really just goes to show how scary the situation is getting in this country for this type of stuff, where, the government encourages citizens to rat out on each other, or for people to find some, to take a day like Valentine's Day and say, all right, we want you to find all the spite in your heart that you have for someone else who might have done you wrong in the past. And we want you to weaponize that spite in the interest of us, going after people. That's kind of scary, right? And look, I have to call out somebody here in this particular video, and I hope I'm not... Look, Butts County, right down here in Georgia, their sheriff's department actually posted the same exact thing. They kind of changed the wording up just a tiny amount, but they took the ATF's, little game that they're trying to play here for Valentine's Day, and they made it their own. And the sheriff's department here in Butts County issued a similar type of arrangement. Oh, well, if you've got a partner who you've had an issue with in the past and you want to rat them out over some gun stuff, just call the sheriff's department. It's scary. We should not support an environment where people are encouraged to rat each other out. I mean, that's just not cool. You know what I mean? And especially, you expect more professionalism out of a group of people, and you certainly would not expect a group of people like the ATF to have some politically motivated reason to attack gun owners, as opposed to just having let's just say, a nuanced and objectively non-biased view on how they interpret things, right? I mean, you can tell that all this interpretation with gun laws that's coming out right now is totally biased and totally riding a political wave, basically. It's important to note that the tweet could easily have resulted in a vengeful ex putting someone in danger of presumed guilt, culminating in a no-knock warrant, like is called for in many of the red flag laws cropping up around the country. And with the complexity of gun laws, it's likely many exes, whether men or women, could turn in exes for doing things that are perfectly legal in many states, like making private sales or owning legal guns some might believe are banned. In the Twitter sphere, newsmakers responding to the ATF tweet made their disdain for the entire matter more than clear. "Oh, look," tweeted conservative commenter Beth Bauman, "the ATF is giving us a perfect example of what's wrong with red flag laws. Nothing says Happy Valentine's Day like having an ex swatted just because you can't stand them. Young Americans for Liberty had a similar reaction. This is basically an invitation to swat an ex you don't like. So incredibly dangerous. Abolish the ATF. There's also another clear and present danger with this, right? It goes to show the general amount of disdain that the ATF even has for gun owners, and also the sanctity of their own, views and their own decisions that they make regarding the way they interpret things. Okay, so if a red flag law is supposed to be this thing that, let's say, the ATF goes, well, we should support nationwide red flag laws so that, they adhere to due process and all of these reasonings, right? If they're going to hold red flag laws on this really high pedestal and nothing negative could come about from it, right? They're all, adhere to due process and all these situations. But then in a tweet, say, if you don't like your ex and you want to go after him against, for something, you should just try to turn him in. All right, well, here's the thing. How do you know that ex understands gun laws, understands what's legal and what's not? Or even knows, has the nuance required to be a proper informant, even if there was something going on. All right, say there was some illegal activity. So you mean you're going to trust the standpoint of an ex who's disgruntled, and that's literally going to be the process by which you determine whether or not you're going to swat somebody, is because some ex said that they have a gun you think is something they're not supposed to have? That goes to show you just how desperate they are to kick in your door. That's what's so scary about this. Other responding to the tweet actually used the opportunity to report one high-profile American who is known to have broken federal firearms laws but has never faced questioning, much less prosecution. Yep, I'm referring to Hunter Biden, President Joe Biden's son, who purchased a gun illegally after making false claims on a background check back in 2018, a 5-year felony for any other American. So what did George Orwell say? All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. Author Deb Heine tweeted, he's not a former or current partner, but he's a tip regarding an illegal gun purchase. Name, Robert Hunter Biden. Similarly, Human Events, Jack Prosobic, I could never pronounce that fellow's name. Y'all follow Jack on Twitter, I'm sure I do. He wrote, you mean like this guy? Captioning a photo of Hunter Biden. So what this clearly shows is the amount of, let's just say, they are very hypocritical in the way that they carry these things out. So if a jealous ex can call the ATF out on you on a whim, they want to totally be able to act on that intelligence in the worst possible way that they could ever think that they would want to work on it, right? But then in the same breath say, well, if it's the president's son, you know what? He gets a free pass for whatever reason. So it just goes to show you how biased all of this is. Now, okay, if Hunter Biden, let's just say, was Donald Trump's son, would he receive the same treatment if he did something wrong in the eyes of the ATF? Or would it be a giant media spectacle and everyone kick in his door and make a giant example out of him? So it just goes to show you how much of a joke these people are. They're literally just a mechanism that is weaponized against average people, and the elites get to walk away smelling pretty like a rose. There's a danger in that. Our society should not support an environment where alphabet agencies are basically nothing more than doorkeepers to people's freedom and are giving a complete blank check to be able to exact policy in whatever ways these pundits dictate. That's scary when an environment is created where an alphabet agency is used as a weapon against its citizens. And they're not even shy about it. I think it's something we should try to avoid, and we should fight it at every turn. Wanted to make a video about this article. I thought it was interesting. It just goes to show that their hypocrisy knows no bounds, and that's a very unprofessional thing for them to do. I mean, my standards for them at this point in my life are pretty low. However, someone had to approve that tweet. Someone had to approve that as a release. Someone somewhere said, I don't see anything wrong with that. And there's a danger in that. They're so emboldened by these actions. And that's something we need to fight and make sure that we avoid this type of situation. It's very terrible. Have yourselves a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. Big thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. You guys are amazing. If you want to support our channel directly, you can go over to Ballistic Ink and pick yourself up a snazzy new t-shirt. We graciously appreciate all of your ongoing support. Have yourselves a great day. Many more videos on the way. We'll see you soon.